How's it going, guys? Today we're going over the Spagyric tincture lineup at CBD Piggy. So our first line is our raw evening and daytime drops line. These are made with MCT oil, Spagyric hemp extract, and our terpene blend. We have a sativa type blend for our daytime drops to help increase focus and concentration, and we have an indica blend in our evening drops to increase muscle relaxation and improve deep sleep. Our acid drops line contains an omega-3 oil blend instead of MCT oil, which boosts the effectiveness of the CBD inside. So, for example, 50 milligrams of CBD from our acid drops is roughly equivalent to 100 milligrams of CBD from our raw oil drops. And it's still the best form of CBD because Spagyric extract contains the entire hemp plant together with the minerals from the hemp fiber, terpenes, the chlorophyll, the flavonoids. Literally everything that we could take out of the hemp plant is taken out, and that's the most natural way to take hemp because for thousands of years our ancestors have been using hemp in its natural form. Like, they weren't taking just the CBD out and isolating components of the hemp plant. They were taking everything out of the hemp plant, which is why you'll notice Spagyric hemp extract, which works much more effectively than a distillate form or an ethanol extraction even, because the minerals help preserve the active components of the hemp plant. And heat is used to do that in other extraction methods. It kind of cooks the goodness out of the hemp extract, and it's still good, but it's like you're getting the most natural, raw, minimally processed form versus something that's been preserved and cooked with heat. And so if you think about it, it's not only the Spagyric hemp extract, but it's also the carrier oil that you use to deliver the Spagyric hemp extract. So the MCT oil is very shelf stable. Our raw line is good on the shelf in room temperature for 2 to 3 years, and it's very effective, but it is kind of hard on your digestion when you're not used to it. Once you get your body used to MCT oil, you could take large doses and you'll notice an increase in energy. It might help you lose weight. It might help you burn fat because MCT oil boosts your fat metabolism. It kind of makes your body like revved up by ingesting that very energy dense form of oil, which is MCT. Now, the benefit of having omega-3 oils is that they increase the bioavailability of CBD by helping it get into our bodies more effectively. So we added this primarily because it improves your digestion. It doesn't upset your stomach as much because our bodies already know what flaxseed oil is. They're used to it. It's something that's found in nature versus MCT oil, which is a very energy dense percentage, a small percentage of coconut oil that is not something our bodies evolved with. It's a very new type of oil that is not exactly something our bodies recognize when you first take it. So our super drop line is basically the same exact thing as our acid drops line, but it contains an additional 125 milligrams of broad spectrum distillate per milliliter. So in this 16 ml bottle, it's roughly half an ounce, you get 3,200 milligrams of CBD. In the acid drops line, you get 1,200 milligrams of CBD, and in our raw line, you get 1,500 milligrams of CBD. Now, both of these contain the same amount of Spagyric hemp extract, but the additional broad spectrum distillate inside of the super drops basically makes sure you max out on CBD with every dose so that you don't have to ingest a lot of oil. Now, the omega-3 oils are very easy on your digestion regardless, so it's nothing like an MCT oil that you have to get used to slowly. Your body already knows what to do with it. It's like processed almost instantly. You'll notice an increase in energy very quickly, and you're very unlikely to get an upset stomach with omega-3 oil versus MCT oil, which if you take 3 or 4 or 5 droppers, which is already pushing it, you'll notice that it might cause your stomach to gurgle a little bit, and for some people it increases the speed of the bowel movements. So you'll be going to the bathroom a little bit more frequently until your body gets used to MCT oil. Now, the omega-3 oil line is not very popular with businesses because the shelf life is about 6 weeks in room temperature thanks to the flaxseed oil, which is very sensitive to light and heat. Now, we developed this because we wanted our customers to have the best experience possible. It's more potent thanks to the omega-3 oils. It's easier on your digestion, and it tastes a little bit better. Now that's subjective. MCT oil is very neutral. Flaxseed oil has a distinct flavor, but like from our reviews, the flaxseed oil has a slightly better taste. Now, if you were going to choose a food to eat, would you rather want something that lasts for about 6 weeks in room temperature or 2 to 3 years? It's like you can get a burger from McDonald's that will be good for the next 10 years, or you could get something farm to table that's going to spoil if you leave it out for too long. Now, that's essentially the difference between an omega-3 oil blend and MCT oil. There's nothing wrong with MCT oil, but this omega-3 oil blend is just something that our body really likes to ingest. The essential fatty acids inside the flaxseed, chia seed, and algae oil are very important for our overall health, especially mental health. Our brain uses them for energy, and they cannot be produced by other things in our diet. For example, you have to eat some kind of omega-3 to have an optimal level of omega-3s in your body, because you just need to get them from your diet. Your body can't use other foods to create them, like for example proteins. Your body can take one form of protein and turn it into another form of protein, and that's how it's able to compensate for a lack of a diverse diet, for example. So that's the differences between our tincture lines. These are our most popular with locals for direct to consumer. We basically have regular customers buying them for their families, for their relatives. It's essentially the most effective form of a CBD tincture that you possibly can get, especially a legal form. The CBD concentration is pretty much maxed out in the super drops, so you're getting a very large amount of CBD. You don't have to worry that you're not getting enough. The raw oil drops are very good if you want something like as a backup. If you don't plan on using CBD every day, you could leave it in your shelf and forget about it. It'll be good for a very long time. But if you want the best CBD experience possible and you're using it regularly to improve your focus, to reduce anxiety, to get better deep sleep, the acid drops and super drops work very well. Our customers who have cancer, they really like the acid drops and the super drops. Deep sleep, if you have a Fitbit or a smartwatch with a sleep tracking app, you'll notice that your deep sleep goes way up, and we'll make a video on that soon. And sleep is pretty much the most important thing for health. And like, if you can improve your sleep in any way, that will improve your health very much, because during sleep our body recovers from all the stress and waste accumulated during the day. Like there's plaques in your brain that form during the day, and during your sleep cycle, all the waste material in your brain is removed. So it's basically like cleaning your brain, and this will help your brain relax so that your sleep isn't interrupted and that healing process isn't interrupted. Because if you're waking up in the middle of the night, you're basically interrupting that healing process that occurs during sleep, and you'll notice that you're waking up more rested when you take CBD roughly 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, Please contact us at any time. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, have an amazing day.